This is a topic that I have been thinking about this morning as I'm driving, and the topic is the power of words. But mainly the subject is dealing with the effect of words. Why does a word have the effect on you that it has? For example, when somebody says something to you, why does it triggers you? And bottom line is, how can a word have power? A word have no power to begin with. A word is just a word made up of letters. You can de-scramble it in your mind. You can scramble it in your mind. Whatever the word may be. For example, somebody might say stupid. What is stupid? It's just a word. But how does it get that effect on you when somebody just says a word? We can look at the fact that of power. What is power? For something to have power. We look at the air, we look at water, air, fire. We look at these elements, atoms, electrons. How when dealt with differently, can be very effective and powerful. But these are elements, for sure they have power. But words is not the same. Words is just letters. It's not an element. So how can it have power? And why is words so effective? And the only thing I can think really of this thing is that what we have learned, we have to really, the mind was conditioned. It's only a condition of the mind that gives the word any form of meaning. For example, you have a little child, and when the child is doing something like, hey, that's bad, and bad is bad. What is bad? We just pretty much saying don't do that. And maybe that's what we should say to the child, don't do that, because you can harm someone. But this word, after time, say 30 years, 40 years, 15 years, some of these words, some of these words just become, very, very destructive to our understanding of what bad is. When we hear these words, people like to use these words to you, and society have developed the understanding of words. So they will, whenever you get into like an argument with someone, they will say all these different words to you because they know these words mean something to you. It's going to get you upset, even though words have no meaning. But because they know that you have been conditioned, the whole world, most of the people in the world have been conditioned, to the point where these words, bad, ugly, short, stupid, disrespectful, these are common words that all of us use on a daily basis. Don't do that. And we use these words because we know we have been conditioned to understand these words of words that will put you down. But words have no power. So why is it being effective? So why is it so effective? So, we have to recondition our mind and realize that these words have no effect or no power at all. Only in the sense that we're conditioned to make these words control us and to make these words have power over us, how we understand the word. But we can recondition our mind to give these words different meaning. We can look for example, if somebody says, oh, that is wrong, right away it might trigger something in my, he's always saying I'm wrong, I'm not wrong, and you become very defensive. and you're trying to defend yourself over just a word. But it's not the word that has the power. It's how your mind have been conditioned. If you want to unlearn a condition, you have to be retrained and recondition your mind. For example, you can look at the word as wrong. When somebody says they're wrong, just look at the word in the fact that, hey, I just did not understand. Don't give it the meaning that wrong is associated with disrespect, because that's what we are associated wrong with. We are associated with disrespect, and we're associated with the idea of unintelligence, and that we're stupid, and that at some point we have a fault. But just look at the word as wrong. Next time somebody says you're wrong, just condition your mind differently and give it a different meaning from what society have given it. Just look at it as, hey, I just did not understand. That's what he's trying to say to me. Or I did not have enough information. And that's what the meaning of it is. You didn't have enough information. And for most of these words, and when somebody said you're stupid, he's not really saying you're stupid. Just recondition the mind to say that you probably didn't have enough information and whatever topic they were speaking of. Somebody might look at the words and say you're short, and you understand that as a disrespectful word, because society have pretty much make you believe that word is pretty much an underachievement, or a word that's unattractive, or that you have fallen short and you're not measuring up to certain standards. But next time, just look at the word as when somebody says they're short, just look at the word as you're not as tall as the next person. That person you're tall, but the next person is taller. Reconditioning your mind to not deal with society negativity, and and we don't have society don't have all the answers, but the way they have programmed your mind. You have been conditioned, and you have to unlearn that condition, and learn by retraining your mind. It's not easy to retrain your mind, but words within itself has no power. Powerless. As I said before, you can look at different stuff in the universe that has power. Air has power, to blow away things, water has power to kill, fire has power to destroy. But what is words? That's words. But it's how you understand these words, how you've been conditioned to look at these words. Let's see if we can find another example where somebody has used a word that actually can trigger you. And trigger you, I mean that it brings back memories. There's something in your unconscious mind that tells you that when somebody uses these words, it just diffuse you and put down your spirit. And why his words have that, it just seems like some people, they will look at it as, hey, these words is powerful. Because I hear that so many times, words has power. When God said let there be light, their light and word has power. That's religious stuff. We were not there when God created the earth. We don't understand why God said let there be light and there was light. We just accept those to be beliefs. But we have to talk about what's happening today. The common things of our earth that we can actually that we can, everyday life situation, maybe we can use that to understand something deeper, a deeper meaning of God. The power of words. It's a condition of the mind. You can look at another example. For example, somebody might be afraid of afraid of spider, but you know, they don't know what a spider. They've never had any issues with a spider before, but somebody told him that a spider is bad. So automatically your mind just got, you have it in your, been conditioned, and you have it in your mind that, oh boy, I better don't get close to this spider, because I heard spiders are bad. And this one might not be a bad spider. So really, of a fact, it's just, when they say these things, it's just that you don't have enough information on these things. You know what I mean? And basically, a lot of times, is that we don't have enough information on something, and people have conditioned our mind. For example, somebody might say to you that, hey, nobody likes you, you're in trouble, you're this and you're that, and they have all kind of nonsense to say. But next time, maybe you can recondition your mind to understand that what that person is just really saying is that, maybe there was one incident where you didn't see eye to eye with the person, but now all of a sudden that becomes, everlasting idea. Oh, they never like you, they will never like you, or everybody hates you. Who's everybody? You're talking about one person, you're talking about one incident. What exactly are you talking about? So then you have to recondition your mind to understand that that person really is buying into society's how society negatively just put down and use words in a way to and condition your mind to see these words as something that has negative effect on how you think. But just recondition your mind in order to put your own meaning to words. Don't let society burden you down with all of this meanings of word, because they use it against you. And when they said all of these words, you're looking in yourself, you're sitting down, you're feeling sorry at home, feeling sorry for yourself, you're feeling like nobody loves you, nobody wants you, you can't do nothing right. What is right? Somebody says you're wrong or you're right. What is that? It just means that you did not do it a certain way. In their eyes it's wrong or right, but what really it is that I didn't have enough information, and therefore I might not have did the right thing, because the information was wrong. Somebody said put this right here, and you put it in the wrong spot. It's not, it's wrong or it's right. So that you didn't have enough information, you didn't get the proper location, so it's in the wrong, it's not in the proper place that it's supposed to be. So we have to really